There's something humbling about a record store. Maybe it's the fact that you're immersed in this room of platinum recording artists and myths of every genre. Or maybe it's that you're intimidated by the store clerks that know far more than you do about anything relevant in this place. Or even worse, maybe it's the memories, because I just get knocked to my knees by it all. I'm not supposed to be in Wuxtry on Clayton. I'm not supposed to be okay in a record store after what happened to you, and I'm not. I suffocate in vinyls, but I owe this to you. Stadium Arcadium. I find it easily. It's a classic. Yellow and red letters against a blue backdrop. Blue lips. It's imprinted in the back of my mind. This image like the face of a woman's child. Like your constructed face framed by a premature casket. I don't deserve this, I think, as I clutch its hard cover, stiff like your body, but I've got to stop thinking about it. You didn't deserve it. I hold the album close to my chest. I want to ask them to let me play it backwards. I just don't care about keyburn. Back in January, when you were alive, you came over to my house because I told you I was having a bad day. In hindsight, I can't even remember what my bad day was caused by, but this day just plays back very vividly in my mind, at least the parts that you're involved in. Our teenage mouths were flooded with pizza, mine with words that I wasn't even aware that I had swallowed until now. I want to kidnap this day, just hold it hostage in my memory. You brought this record, Stadium Arcadium, and you placed it on my little red record player that my parents had bought me for Christmas just a month prior. For the briefest moment, my absent fingers accidentally dragged the record backwards, and the inaudible backwardness of snow filled up my bedroom. You laughed. My bad, I apologized, and held my hands up, disassociating myself from the record player as if something else would happen, and I need you to know that it was not my fault. When I get home, I'll play that record backwards, but for now I'm playing the record store patron. I don't even listen to my records that often, not after what happened to you, but I don't think you would have wanted me to stop listening to them, so here I am biting at the flesh below my bottom lip, unclenching and clenching my fists, just to muster up the courage.
She was bobbing, I was bobbing. My heart was stopping, she was bobbing.
In the middle of the summer of 1976, 3 months after its opening on Foundry Street, Wuxtry Records relocated to its present location on Clayton, where it has thrived uniquely ever since. Dan Wall and his friend Mark Meth, co-founders and music enthusiasts, decorated the windows with posters which contrasted oddly with the store's bright yellow sign. The storefront of Wuxtry Records was regarded as an eyesore, but this didn't stop their supply of 3,000 records from dwindling to merely 300 in the very first week after the store's opening. 2 years after the Athens location was founded, Meth relocated to Decatur to found a second Wuxtry Records right near the Emory campus. In 1976, when Wuxtry was first opened, the Athens music scene had not even started. We were here and in place before the scene started happening, but we always thought that we were a part of it and kind of grew up with it, says Wall. Many people consider Wuxtry Records, along with the 40 Watt and other independent businesses opened around the time, to be instrumental in fostering the famous Athens music scene. Over the past 4 decades, Wuxtry has been the workplace to some notable names in the music scene before they reached their fame, such as Brian Burton of Danger Mouse, Peter Buck of R.E.M., and Kate Pearson of the B-52s. Despite the growing popularity of CDs, Dan Wall remained loyal to vinyls and somehow maintained the store's success. This begs the question, what makes Wuxtry so different? The diversity of the records found at Wuxtry Records can be attributed to Wall's business strategy. He allows his employees to have a say in his choice of stock, which allows Wuxtry to escape the confines of a normal, one-dimensional collection. The store's commitment to vinyls is also able to strike a chord in the hearts of those who appreciate the art of music listening in itself and want to preserve tradition. Wuxtry has provided a setting for music souls to convene and has been a constant pillar of the Athens music scene, as Gabe Vodicka of the Flagpole writes. Paired with the authentic vibe given off by the homely decoration of the store, Wuxtry's past involvement with local musicians in the Athens music scene shapes the way in which the store is received. This record store provides such an intimate experience, which is becoming more and more valuable due to the homogenization of downtown. Because Wuxtry has seemingly always stayed true to itself, it's almost difficult to not feel like you're part of something, as if your purchase is supporting a latent movement, the preservation of the art of listening. It would be easy and simple to just explain how Wuxtry's history shapes the way in which we as Athenians think about this humble store. I find it more difficult but more meaningful to describe the ways in which my history has shaped my experience of Wuxtry. Walking into the store for the very first time was undoubtedly a haunting experience. I always associate records with you. It's hard not to when you're the very person that introduced me to this world of intimate listening, of stylus against plastic, of rhythms, and Anthony Kiedis' saving voice against what had seemed to be such a pale backdrop. This place screams in your memory. I can't say that I would know exactly what you'd like, but I'm sure you'd be fond of Wuxtry's authenticity. Record stores like this were made for people like you, for people who just sit in their bedrooms and listen to music in vintage form, really to feel as close as possible to an era where melodies and composition were held to a higher standard.